Hey, this is Daniel DiMaggio of American Housewife, and you're listening to the Man Cave Chronicles podcast.
Welcome to another episode of the Man Cave Chronicles.
Welcome to the party, pal!
You're my boy, Blue!
Yo, Adrian!
A podcast with interviews of amazing guests from the world of pop culture.
Oh, yeah!
TV.
Nice!
Movies.
Oh, I love the movies!
Comedy and more. From deep inside the Man Cave, your host, Elias.
Hey, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Man Cave Chronicles. This week, I had the pleasure of talking to Daniel DiMaggio from ABC's family sitcom American Housewife. We talk about his career in the acting world, his character, Oliver, playing young Superman on CW Supergirl, running the LA Marathon, and his love for baseball. Make sure you check out our podcast on our website, www.themccpodcast.com, where you can find all of our latest news and archived episodes, as well as links to our social media and email. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. It was fun talking to Daniel. Daniel, welcome to the cave and Happy New Year.
To you as well.
What's going
Happy
on with
holidays.
you, man? Are you on a little break right now from the show?
Yeah, kind of like a hiatus break. You know, just chilling,
Yeah, hanging out with the
enjoying
family.
the holidays. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Spend time with family.
there you go. I mean, you've been busy throughout the year with the show.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's a lot.
yeah.
Nice to have a break from all the action, too, you know?
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, we'll talk about the show and your career, but tell listeners a little bit about where you're from.
Well, I'm actually from Los Angeles, if you've ever heard of it. The city of angels.
There you go.
And, I grew up here, been here all my life.
Yeah,
And, so,
there you go.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
So what are you into? What do you like to do?
I play sports. I do a lot. I skateboard pretty much,
Yeah.
Of course I act, but it'd be like sports and skateboarding could be something I do in my career in a movie or something,
Yeah.
So it all ties in. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
So I read online, you're a baseball player, huh? You like playing baseball?
I did. I mean, I did some tournaments. I went to New York for a big tournament.
Nice.
And, that was about it. I'm just, I haven't picked up a baseball in like a year.
Yeah.
Maybe not a year, a couple months. It's been a while. But yeah, I used to throw a nasty curve.
Yeah, Did you
That was my claim to fame.
did you go to the tournament where it's in Cooperstown?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah, that's a pretty big tournament.
That was fun, man. We were all in barracks. We came fourth out of 104, so don't think we were like coming in there. We meant business.
There you go.
And we played this big team, and it sucked that we had to lose, but yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. So I assume you're a Dodgers fan?
Yeah, I'm a Dodgers fan.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get Bryce Harper. That'd be pretty cool. I'm really hoping that would happen.
Yeah.
I've been going to Dodger games since like '09.
Yeah.
It's been a while,
Did you check out any of the World Series this year?
I did. It was pretty brutal. I mean, I stayed up for that 18th inning game.
Wow.
I wouldn't be surprised if Red Sox fans were up too,
Yeah. Well, I'm a Red Sox fan. That's why you're calling from Massachusetts.
Yeah, you
so-
are?
Yeah. So it was a good series. I think you ran into a
No.
really hot team.
It's all love. Yeah, it's all love.
Yeah.
It's a shame that we choked. I thought we had a chance, but
Well,
we didn't.
when you guys won the 18th inning game, I was like, oh man, here they go. They're gonna come back the next night and beat us again.
Yeah. Couldn't happen.
Yeah. So, tell us a little bit about do you go to school while you're still working? How does that situation? Do you actually go to do you have like a teacher that comes to your while you're working, or do you actually go
Yeah,
to
so
school?
like when I'm not working, I go to the school. But usually like when I'm working, I'll be on set and there's a teacher there who
Okay.
teaches me.
Yeah.
As like a tutor or whatever. Make sure I'm up to the par,
Yeah. Do you like school?
Yeah. Do I? I'm not like the most. I don't advocate it the most, but if I'd rather. I'm not trying to fail or anything.
Yeah.
I'm an A and B guy. I don't love doing school. especially with this acting thing too. It's cool, but I don't know. Like, finals weren't that brutal this year, so that's pretty cool.
So both your parents are in the industry for acting. How did it go when you told them you wanted to get into it?
Yeah, I don't know. They were definitely very excited. I would think like that they could have been. They didn't know what it was like to be from the mom or the dad perspective of the industry. Now they do. I think they were very encouraging. They never forced it upon me to do it.
Yeah.
But after, like, it was never like resisting to go to a commercial audition or anything. I knew I liked doing it, and I would say like I was very successful at it, and then it just gradually increased, and now I'm here.
Yeah. Now, do you have brothers and sisters that are into acting also?
No, I mean, I do have older siblings. My brother tried being a PA for a little. That was the closest he got to the industry, but no, they're not really in the industry. But it'd be cool, like, if I ever did like a movie, I could like have him as my PA or whatever. That'd be pretty cool,
Yeah. How old were you when you first got into acting?
I was probably 8.
And you
Just a couple
commercials? Yeah. What commercials were they? Do you
Yeah.
remember?
The first one I ever did was a Honda commercial. Yeah, Pete from Honda. I remember it very vividly too.
Yeah. Did you have you done any more commercials since then?
I have.
Yeah.
I've probably done a couple dozen more, just a dozen. And it was, like, it's cool when your like friends see you on TV and stuff. At school they always ask me like how much money you made and stuff. It was funny. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I remember one time where I got a TV show down in Miami, and my whole 4th grade class, like, they wrote a blog, and like they basically talked to me while I was down in Miami for a couple weeks. So like I could talk back to them. The teacher set up. It was kind of cool,
Yeah. Did you enjoy doing the commercials?
I did.
Yeah.
It was easy, Yeah. It was fun. But it was nothing. I don't know, to the multitude of the TV show now.
Yeah. I've had other actors that have come on the show, and they've done commercials too, and it's like they like doing it because it's easy and it's easy money.
I was gonna say easy money, but I didn't know how I felt about it.
Yeah.
The money's definitely there, the residuals. If you get a national commercial, then you're making bank,
Yeah.
It's nice. Yeah. I almost had a commercial go to the Super Bowl, but
oh wow.
I regret that one, man.
Yeah. So let's talk about American Housewife. It's a popular show. Me and my wife watch it, and even my little 3-year-old daughter sits down and watches it with us sometimes. How did the audition go for that? Tell us about that.
Well, thank you for watching the show. Yeah, the audition wasn't really. It was it was pretty chill. I was still like, I didn't really expect that much. Definitely when I first went in, I didn't realize like how big of a idea thing this was. But then after a couple auditions, I realized that I could definitely come into this kid's shoes. Like we definitely shared a couple traits. We were very similar. And I think I was just right for the part. Like when it came down to like 3 people, I guess they knew they wanted me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you play Oliver on the show. Tell us a little bit of what his style is like for the listeners that haven't watched the show yet.
Oliver, like he's definitely got a very sarcastic personality, but then he's very driven, especially when he like with ballet and also the money. He's like he's kind of like he has a lot of like he tries to make money anyway. Like he wants to be rich when he grows up. That's his dream. So yeah, he's already like invested his time into like IRAs and stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of the life he lives.
Yep. And you also had a best friend that just passed away on the show.
Correct. Yeah. George Hamilton.
Yeah. There you go. So how did you prepare for that role?
What role?
Oliver.
Yeah. I just kind of like played myself in a way.
Yeah.
Like I was definitely that sarcastic kid, almost sometimes too sarcastic to the point of people wouldn't take me seriously. I mean, they would take me seriously, and I'd be like, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything like being Oliver. Like for me, is very like now 3 seasons in. It's gravy for me. It's pretty cool that I can play like a part that I like too.
Yeah.
I like appreciate this kid Oliver. Like if I knew this kid, I'd hang out with him on the weekends probably. Although like we don't share the same like upbringing, but still, you know,
Yeah.
like he's a cool kid.
It's funny because I was telling my wife before I had you on the show, I was like, you know, like he's my favorite character on the show because he's so sarcastic. Where I like that kind of humor.
You're right.
And
That's,
like,
yeah.
And not a lot of people get that humor.
No, they don't. I get it.
Yeah.
I definitely do.
Yeah.
Like I'd find this kid hilarious, probably.
Yeah. And, like you said, you could see yourself hanging out with somebody like that.
Definitely, yeah.
So, tell us about the ballet. You know, like, did you take classes before the show, or did this just happen on the show? It got like written in there for you.
I had no experience beforehand this show ever doing ballet.
Yeah.
Dancing in general, I might do it a little bit, but I don't regret it. I like doing it a lot. It's fun actually, and yeah, they use it as much as they can, and it's definitely a good storyline.
Yeah.
We'll see where it takes me.
Have you have you had family or friends like tease you about it a little bit?
Yeah, I have friends tease me all the time. Like I have friends who play basketball.
Yeah.
Who are like, dude, you dance now, bro. Like, yeah, like, because I used to play baseball. It was just not something I'd ever considered, and now I am on national television. Kind of crazy. So, yeah.
How's the atmosphere on the set?
It's kind of like family, you know?
Yeah.
It's very loose, and, you know, they're happy around there, and everyone's happy to be there.
How's it working with the cast with like Katy and, you know, and the rest of the cast?
Yeah, they're great. I've watched everyone grow, especially the siblings. From day one, we've all grown up, you know, together.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy how that happens.
Yeah.
And the parents, they're cool, you know.
Yeah. And it's great how like you and the siblings on the show like tease each other on the show also.
Oh, we tease each other in real life too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you have a favorite scene that you were in as Oliver?
A favorite scene, man, like that. I mean, I don't know if it's my favorite, but definitely the most meaningful was when I was talking to the pig, and through that pig I was seeing George Hamilton's character.
Yeah.
Because that's the first time I'd ever come out of the comfort zone and like gotten emotional before, you know. So it wasn't the easiest scene to shoot either, but still was probably the most meaningful scene I've ever done on the show.
Yeah. Do you have any idea why? I mean, obviously we know why they named the pig Hans from Die Hard, but how did that even?
I finally watched that movie too. I didn't understand the reference,
Okay.
but I finally watched, and it's a Christmas movie too, which I don't understand. You might see one Christmas tree, but yeah, it's also that, so it's kind of random, but yeah.
Yeah. Do you did you ever find out why they decided to put the little Die Hard into the show? Has any writers gave you an idea why they did that?
I definitely know that they were considering like naming it Bill Murray or something.
Okay.
Something like that. So they just they could have done anything.
Yeah.
I have no idea why they named the Die Hard character.
Yeah. That's
It was
interesting.
definitely very random.
Yeah. Where do
But
you
the dog on the show,
Yeah.
Luther, that's his actual name in real life.
really?
So that's probably what, yeah. And also maybe like Lex Luthor, I don't know. Maybe it's just evil villains. It's a theme, you know?
Yeah, that's what I thought when you first said Luther. I was like, I wonder if they're trying to do like a villain thing, you know, with the pig and the dog and.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Where do you see your character coming up in the next episodes or in the future? Like, where do you see him grow into? What do you see into him?
Yeah, there's an episode coming up that where he feels, I don't know, he feels like he's being used, so that'll be interesting. I'm not going to tell you who it's between,
Okay.
but he's but also there's going to be like, well, I think we already saw the Christmas episode where there was ballet, but also we all know that everyone, except me and maybe Diedrich, is capable of singing. So they're writing a musical episode, which will probably be a big performance.
Yeah.
And that'll be big. That'll be huge.
Yeah.
So
he's a funny guy, Diedrich.
Yeah, Diedrich, he's pretty funny, man.
Yeah. Do you since this show's been popular now, you say it's been on for 3 years, do you ever get recognized on the streets?
I definitely do.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I don't know what I was doing yesterday. I got recognized yesterday. I was in like a line ordering drinks. I'm talking to this lady for a couple minutes. She's with her like son, and you could tell. I don't think you could tell she was recognizing me, but she got her like hot chocolate, and finally she turned around and she was like, "Hey, you're that kid from American Housewife."
Yeah.
And I didn't see that coming, so I'm like, "Oh yeah." And it was in like the most random place too. We were in like some gardens. It happens anywhere.
Yeah.
But it's it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
Don't be nervous coming up to me either.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, how do you handle that? Do you ever you take pictures with them, I assume, and everything?
I mean, I'm not like Justin Bieber, but if they want to take a picture with me, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So you've been acting for since you were 8, and now you're 15. Like, do you have any influences in the acting world? Like, do you ever look up to anybody that you want to try to model yourself?
I guess I always say Leonardo DiCaprio, just because he was a kid actor too. He's from like where I grew up too. We kind of have a lot in common, and he's he's very successful, and he's done a lot, and I don't know, man. He's kind of like a cool guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like his work. He's cool. So.
Do you have any favorite movies from him?
Yeah, I mean, I watched. I guess Basketball Diaries was pretty great.
Departed's awesome.
And then I haven't seen Inception yet, but I really want to see it.
Yeah.
I heard it's really good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Not a lot of people know about this about you. You played Kal-El, Superman on Supergirl.
I did.
How was that? That must have been really exciting, man.
Yeah. I mean, one episode, and
But still,
but it was big.
How many people?
Yeah.
How many people can say they played Superman?
That's correct. I did like a sci-fi interview, and it was with all the people who played Superman.
Okay.
It's kind of cool, I'm amongst a small group of people who played Superman.
Yeah.
And maybe when they finally make a good Superman movie, all I'm saying, maybe they'll use it. We'll see,
There you go. Do you watch those superhero shows on CW? Are you a fan of those?
I mean, not really. I'm not really that type of guy. When I watch TV, I don't know, I've been watching like a couple shows, but nothing really like action.
Yeah. It's understandable. So, how do you try to improve your acting skills every day?
I definitely say, I don't want to sound narcissistic, but I think I've definitely improved just being around other people. I was kind of like a rookie coming into this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now I'm kind of like not a vet, I'm like a sophomore or whatever. So I've definitely gotten used to it. I don't stress it as much anymore. Definitely my performance. I'm easier on myself. I used to be hard on myself. It's just kind of like a breeze for me, especially with comedy too. Yeah. As long as you have timing, you're set. Yeah. Drama's probably a different thing, but you have to have timing. Yeah. And that's part of my character, making jokes and stuff. You have to have timing. So,
your dad's a comedian, so I'm sure he gives you a lot of pointers.
Yeah, I've never seen one of my dad's sets before, but he was a very successful comedian back in the '80s. He was on Seinfeld and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool having a dad who's done it too. I don't know where I'll be in my 20s, but hopefully I do the stuff that he did. Yeah. Yeah,
that's true. What's the best advice somebody has given you, even on the set of American Housewife?
I don't know. I've gotten a lot of advice. I don't know. To myself, I would just say be humble, I guess. I don't know. Just give everyone the respect they deserve.
Yeah. So you're 15. If you were, say 5-6 years from now, if you weren't acting anymore, what do you think you would be doing?
I haven't thought about that. Sitting on my couch playing video games, maybe.
What's your favorite video game right now?
I haven't played in a while. I guess Madden.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm a big Madden, just with friends and stuff.
Yeah.
But in 5 years, if I weren't acting, I'd be trying to write maybe, or I don't know. I couldn't even tell you. I'd probably be in college, man, just grinding it out.
There you go. Do you have a dream role that you want to play someday? I mean, I know we talked. We said
hey,
Superman, but
yeah, I was thinking like the next Spider-Man or something. I'm from LA, but like, come on, let's get like a kid who's like from like America. The last two guys were English, you know. Like, I could pull off a New Yorker. Yeah. You know, my dad's a New Yorker. I would love to play the next Spider-Man. Yeah. That'd be cool, just being like a superhero, guys you looked up to as a kid, and now you're that person. That'd be pretty cool. I mean, I was young Superman, so that was cool. But like, I don't know, man. Maybe like Spider-Man. I don't know. We'll see.
I know you said your dad's from New York. You know, DiMaggio, the last name. You know, it's like
Italian,
you don't hear DiMaggio's in L.A. You hear DiMaggio's in New York.
No. Yeah.
So
unless they moved.
Yeah.
To become Hollywood or whatever.
Hollywood. Yeah, Hollywood DiMaggios, right?
Exactly.
So you've done a lot.
I'll put myself in that group, you know, why not?
Yeah, there you go. So you've done a lot of like interviews and stuff like that. What's one thing that you wish people would ask you in an interview that you don't get asked?
Oh, one thing. I don't know, man. Like you guys cover all the points very well. I guess what type of music I'm listening to.
Yeah. What kind of music are you into?
In that case, then I've been chilling with a lot of rap music these days. I guess alternative rock. But yeah, just like what's out now. I mean, some of it's trash, some of it's good, some of it I vibe with. But yeah. I like turning back the clock to like early 2000s and stuff too. That's pretty cool.
Really? What's some of your bands from 2000 that you like?
I mean, I've listened to some like Papa Roach, like some alternative rock, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some Beastie Boys, some Eminem. Like the old school. So.
It kind of feels like the music is not as good as it was back then.
Absolutely not. You're correct. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, like I like the beats, but it's just what they're talking about is complete. It's the same thing over and over again. It's just completely irrelevant. Yeah. I listen to it for the beat, you know, like just to get me going. Yeah, but I completely agree. I don't speak this generation's music.
What's your favorite streaming platform? Do you have a Pandora or Spotify?
I use free Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify.
I give them a lot of respect. Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yeah. What's a one fun fact about you that you want the listeners and your fans to know?
Off the top of my head, I ran a marathon when I was 12. I don't know if people know that about me. Nice. All 26 miles too. Wow. I completed that bad boy. Wow. You can look it up. LA Marathon results 2016. Unofficial mail times. Look in Daniel DiMaggio. You'll see the time.
Yeah. How long did
still there? It's pretty cool.
How long did it take?
It took me a little over 4 hours.
Okay. Did you train for it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the hardest training of my life. I thought about turning back. Honestly, there were a lot of kids in my group that turned back from it, but I just, I stayed through it. I powered through it, and it got pretty brutal when it was like winter break, and our school made us like go at 7 a.m. in the morning, take our jackets off. We were all freezing. That was about when I wanted to turn around, but I knew that the marathon was in February. It was right around the corner, so I didn't give up. I powered through, and looking back, I'm glad I didn't turn around. Yeah. So,
would you ever do it again?
Definitely, but I don't know if I want to put in the work again.
Yeah.
I would probably do it on my own without a group, but then I feel like I would just slack behind, and when the time comes, I couldn't finish it.
Yeah.
Like I did a lot of training, and I would definitely consider doing it. I'm still in recovery, to be honest.
Yeah. Do you, you said your dad's from New York. Do you guys ever go to New York to visit family and everything?
Yeah, I went to New York once, and then for the tournament. But Speaking of Boston, I went to Boston for a movie, actually.
Okay.
For a Mark Wahlberg movie last summer. And there's a story where we got Fenway Park tickets, we were like down the third baseline, and I saw this guy who he was on like the other team, and he was like the bullpen catcher. So I ended up talking to him for a couple minutes, and then he let me hop over and have a catch on left field of Fenway Park. I have it on video.
That's awesome.
On my Instagram. It was amazing, man.
Yeah.
It was pretty great.
Yeah. Because the reason I brought it up was like, I wonder if you could you could always go run the New York Marathon or even the Boston Marathon.
Yeah, no, it's funny thing was when I was there, the Boston Marathon was going on, and I had already run a marathon, but I'm like, I can't train in a day.
Yeah.
You know, like what am I? I'm not Usain Bolt, but yeah, it was a coincidence, you know, that the marathon was going on while I was there.
There you go.
Yeah.
So do you have any upcoming projects for 2019?
Not that I know. American Housewife. I mean, that's about it.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll try to get something going in the summer, but that's locked in for now. So yeah.
Do you have any certain goals that you want to meet in 2019?
Yeah, I would definitely like to do like a movie, just build a bigger platform, you know.
Yeah.
Like just venture outside of like TV, maybe.
As much as TV is fun, you would like to, it's nice to have yourself involved in a few different things.
Yeah, exactly. Keep me busy.
All right. How can the listeners find you on social media?
If you just look up Daniel DiMaggio, you'll find me on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah. You're pretty active on social media with the fans?
Not as much as possible. I'm on it every like couple weeks.
There you go.
I'm not ranting on Twitter or anything, but I like to get involved a little every now and then, you know?
Yeah, definitely. All right, man, this was fun. Let's get you back on when the season ends.